I succeeded this time, and I've got a funny fragment to prove it. I smashed all the tasty things, and now I have my prize. So let's go back to what we were actually meant to be doing. Somewhere in here. What we got down? Whoa! Hello, my good friend. Are you here to burn? Well, if I introduce you to Bernard Burn, please. The person who asks you politely to catch fire. That is his job. We're not sure who's paying him, but somebody is. You're just sort of crouching over here like someone I don't trust. Only the crouchiest people in this world earn my ire. Ho ho, swishy swishy. Swishy, 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 what about? Swishy, swishy all around. It's the one thing you didn't account for. When you wrote the contract, no, don't you dare! What you've not thought about is maybe I don't want it. I've not missed anything tasty in the... Oh, there's a floppus room. For flopping down. What's this? Oh. A devil's star. That looks like I should be able to jump on it, but I cannot. I go! I go! Thank you! Thank you for that. Upsy daisy! Oh! Some manner of cheeky prize over there, but I can't reach. What? You're going round. You're going round in ways, and I worry. What's this? A delicious satsuma, perhaps? Alright, well this is the way of something, clearly, but it's not something I can do right now. Fortunately, there's more wiggly-woo in this world than you can name, and so I'm not out of options just yet. Oh no, I'm not never today. Out of the... Give me the... Thank you. Cheeky World Cup. Oh, I can get to a statue, I can buy more. Aha! There's a statue right here. I might swap the shotgun out for the... Because, like, these don't do much against regular enemies, but they're a nice chip damage against bosses. So I do sort of like to keep them on hand. But the spiral... I shall observe. And what do we have about any? And I can almost afford a funny jump. But I think I do want that ever so slightly. And then what? I don't suppose you've got a cheap... Oh! Oh, I might save up for that, to be honest. Just a bit of a sprout, you know? Bit of a silly... Oh yeah, also the other function of these is to just sort of keep combos going, so then they're a nice thing to have in your pocket. When the point is not so much direct damage, but stopping the blood from falling out of God's eye. Well, that does really a lot less than I'd have hoped. Let's hope that's just a... Oh, it's a fluke of Luke. Lucas Binbags, the one who's here for you. We're not sure if that's meant in like a supportive way or a, you know, on your guard way, but... You know... The hour has cut, the bell tolls. What are you? Ambrosia. Fruit that we can't touch. Alright. And they very helpfully got a miniature of the relief of the same woman to... Oh, we've got more spiders to worry you for now. I'm gonna go back to the cold. The cold truths that we know and love. Oh, you blocked a bullet somehow, and as a large spider tonight. Oh, I don't think I much want whatever you were planning there to happen. Nope. Probably parry the funny spider attack, and they'll go backwards like some spiders like they do sometimes. No, I don't want whatever this is to happen. Oh. I'll tell you, sometimes avoiding spider attacks feels like it's half the job. So many walls, all the floors, and it's all for your fault. All of this has been done for you. Carve you. Oh, I didn't carve you correctly. Oh, bad name in the world for this stage. Cold. Haha. You were foolish for thinking. When your brain goes off, it activates the machine. This is, to be honest, not putting in a lot of work. I don't entirely know the point of, because like it's not doing the damage that you'd want a weapon like that to do. You can't fire it in the air. I think I'd rather have the shotgun back, to be perfectly honest. Maybe it does something fun in Gunslinger, but I feel like I'd remember. I didn't even remember this gun existed, and I feel like that's what you need to know. I keep bumping into spinny spheres and circle blade attack cones. They're mimicking a tornado as if to mock me, because they know I don't like being cut by tornado blades. Well, knowing now that I don't particularly enjoy what that's doing for me, I can buy more of this, which I will do. I'll have that instead of the gun, and then there's just so little reason to really not use just these. The most basic ones. Oh, Henrietta Henkelstein, why is it all this? Why is it all this? Let me know. I do think the guns get better in subsequent games, at least. So there'll be that to look forward to. But for right now, you sin faster when you're awake. So, no. Every word you say is written in blue ink on the... Oh, I can... Okay, so that's not unique to Trickster. I can do that whenever I want. Provided I can fucking land on her, dude. Oh, come on. It's just you can only spin round with the guns. You can only spin round with the double guns, otherwise you just sort of ride about on them like a prick doing nothing for 7 years. Oh. It's like the sequel to Transformers Warbit and Bread. We made a loaf of bread, and we're sad. That was the plot of the movie. It's you are squiggling cameras around to make it difficult. You are just causing nuisances. No, I want to put fruit. Put fruit tonight. Use the ambrosia. Ooh. We've unlocked the door. And now you'll have some more. More what? We don't know or care. Sunken Opera House. I love Sunken Opera. What have we got in the wall? I like your speakers. What squoofers?
We're seeing squoofs. Many squoof.
Of course. Come on now.
Is this your first time here?
Yeah, it is.
In the sunken opera house? Yes, it sunk for a while. I was going to ask you if you could turn back into squoofs again, but I have noticed that there are still squoofs squoofing
You'll
around.
never want to leave.
Now that's what I'm...
This might be the least comfortable I have been during a video, and I've seen Jin Kazama try and justify genocide. Is this other thing vampires do, as we all know. Right, now like, just die. Just die in general if you can. Right, there's squoof nuisance before I can really do anything about you. No, your lightning is not really what I want. Attacks. I've got to do all of my attacks. You've got lightning powers. We saw the charge! Warrior, I need your blood to win. Oh, the floor! Yes, you've got to not attack for too long or the floor takes revenge. And I sort of was worried for a moment because I forgot the precise timing. Bats, no. A fiendish opponent using squoofs against me. Don't very much, you see. Haha. Oh, that time you fell over backwards, and I'm not sure what, if anything, that does differently. No orb floors getting me. You won't fool me with the old orb of shadows coming out of the ground trick. Or the electrify the floor one, which is, to be honest, more common in video games. But also an orb won't get me either. That might do it. That might do it. Being squoofs. Oh, that's a bit hard on the old eyes, to be honest. It's worse. That was a very cool backflip you did. Faceted, clearly. A talented backflip enthusiast and vampire. A rare combination, unless it's the... I think Blade 2 had some funny backflip vampires in it, who like went cartwheels around special forces. A specialised vampire operative made to jump. I didn't get out of the way that time. But you know what? You don't get out of the way every time. See, I feel like the big rifle that we got should be the sort of weapon that would penetrate a large number of bats at once. And sort of exists maybe to make this... Yeah, spinny? To make this fight a tad easier. But I don't trust that to be true in practice. So I don't know really.
Oh, the squoofy. Squoofy problems for me.
Squoop, nope. No, the blades. Do you have any relation to a series of cats I fought in the first game? Or I guess in the future, from our perspective. Oh yes. Oh yes, so do you turn into some cats in the future and forget how to do lightning? Is that my theory? Is it the truth of what has happened? Is it knowledge? 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 That's what I walked through the library saying. I just want to confirm. I'm basically just trying to ask where the non-fiction section is. But I've done it in a clever and unique way. Which makes it sort of less fit for purpose in order to flex on I'm not sure who's impressed by me walking around the library going, is it knowledge, is it knowledge, is it knowledge? but one day there'll be someone, and then I'll be glad I did it. It's gotta pay off eventually. No. No. No, I don't fall for it. I don't fall for your silly gliding tricks. That's gonna be a one-hit kill or something. Or a bad time at the very least. Because I can think of worse things than sandpaper socks. Ooh! There are two things that right off the bat I can say to your son. And they're facts about snails, both of them. So you better... Oh, is this replacing your ordinary being able to be attacked way of going about things? That's irritating, to be honest. That's just so unbelievably... It's such a fuck you to go to the post office and tell them all to make the boss fights like this now. I don't know what you think the post office is going to do about it, but I guess it worked, so maybe you know something I don't. About the Royal United Post! That's not what it's called. What the fuck? The Royal Mail. The Royal Mail it is over here. I bet it's you, right, telling USPS to make all the boss fights harder as part of the campaign to make it seem like a bad business, when it is in reality a very good public service. You are the vampiric embodiment of all of those headlines that talk about how much money USPS quote-unquote loses. Because you're talking about it like it's a for-profit business. It doesn't lose money, it costs money to operate. You shits. It's literally what taxes are for. You cum goblins. Right, you're almost dead, so I can... I've gotten on my complaints about rhetoric regarding
Publicly owned services.
Don't you think it's time to die? Don't you think it's time to perish before I dig too deeply into your relationship with UPS, How many boxes did you eat today? There's no need to flop backwards quite like that.
Sweet.
Why you got to shoot everybody in the tumbus?
All right. I'll help you.
Could you stop being
Your father was a
heterosexuals?
handsome devil. But you're no
I
such a
fucked your father.
This is... Everything about this is just one bloke wanking into his own mouth. At least the strings are electricity, so I have to assume this hurts like fuck for him to play. And you know, it can become a scythe, like most instruments. I've got a flute that does the same. Whoop. Well, we've got this now. Dante can control bats by jamming on this curious guitar. Well, that's behind us now. And now we can leave and do something else.
Stabby, 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 stabs.
You've been fighting the same sand people out here this whole time. Explode, you silly...
Oh, they went!
No, you're not meant to eat that. Oh, you're being just sort of go. You know how it is.
Welcome back.
Didn't even need to reload that one. You're just doing it to prove you can. To an audience of no one. There's no one left alive. You should have left one alive to tell the tale. They'd have sanded off and then have been at the next jailers union meeting saying, "And you see, she smacked the cartridge into it in midair." It's fucked up, man. I'm not even mad that she killed half of us. I have to assume we just reconstitute. We are only sand. It's all only sand at the end of the day. We're never only sand, Marcus. You know better than to say these things. You're right. I should think more of myself and what we do. I've gone off somewhere else now. So maybe it's time for you to do the same, and you can come back when there's other videos for you. Goodbye! Stretch.
Blech. Blech.